Brings out the inner shoe model in all of us, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
98.7 The Peak. It's all about variety. Chris and Amy in the morning. Jill Hawkins sitting in for Amy today. Amy be back on Monday. So a very interesting story comes out of Atlantic City, New Jersey, which is known as like the trashy Vegas.
Yes, it is.
If there's possible looking trashier than Vegas. It's the trashy version of Vegas. So there was a situation where this casino in Atlantic City, it's called the Resorts Casino, had all of their cocktail waitresses come in. Okay. We're getting new uniforms, so I want you all to come in and model them for us so we can, make some decisions. So all of the cocktail waitresses come in, and they basically give everybody these uniforms, these sexy 1920s style flapper outfits, right? They have all the waitresses put them on to model the new wardrobe. Then, after modeling, they instantly fired 15 waitresses.
No way.
Bam! Looks like that. Because they looked too old or unattractive in the outfits.
Are these people that currently work there?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
All 15 were between 40 and 60 years old.
Oh.
And all were replaced with the new, younger waitresses.
Woo!
Now, of course, a chunk of those 15 women are now turning around and trying to sue the casino.
Absolutely.
And I say, they're high. You're out of your mind, ladies.
Why is that?
Because it's their business. They have a right to choose to have people that look like whatever they want to work there, right?
I think it's awful, but...
Right? Don't they? 260-9870. I'm going to throw that out there. 411-987. That is the text number. If you want to go ahead and text, that's brought to us by Sanderson Volvo. Do these ladies have a case? That's what I want to know. And was the casino right to fire them?
Not in my opinion.
It's a casino. And let's be honest. Can I just say something that is bluntly and brutally honest?
All right.
I've been in Vegas before, and, I'm sitting there gambling, playing video poker or whatever, and there's nothing more sad than, like, a 60-year-old cocktail waitress wearing skimpy clothes. I mean, it is sad.
It is
to
sad.
the point where I'm like, I just want to give her money.
But do you really care, though, what she looks like? You're just sitting there gambling.
It's not that... Well, you know what? It's an uncomfortable thing for me. When I see that woman walk by, I'm like, oh, poor lady.
Yeah.
Because they've got, like, too much makeup on.
Yeah, and they got all those pantyhose pulled up real tight.
They have the pantyhose with the open-toed shoes, that sort of thing. And it's just a sad sight, because you can tell they're just clinging on to that.
Right.
You know what I mean? They've got nothing else.
Doesn't mean they should get fired.
Well, but if you own the casino, do you want that image running around your casino?
Well, it's apparently worked for years. This casino's been up and running for a long time.
Maybe they're looking to up the image a little bit. 260-9870. Let me give you this other example. This is why I think the casino had every right to fire them.
Okay.
Not that I think it was right, but they had every right.
Okay.
If I were to go in and buy a painting business.
Okay.
We paint people's houses. PaintYourHouses.com. And we have a crew of painters. And I go in, I buy the business, and, they go into suburban households, they paint people's houses, and we got one dude who is a great employee, but he's been in the pen, and he's got, like, one of those teardrop tattoos on his eye.
Oh, like in jail?
Yeah, he's been locked up. And I look at him and say, dude, listen, I know that you are a great employee, you're a phenomenal painter. However, that teardrop freaks people out.
All of a sudden, you just decide he's up and out.
No, I just bought the company.
Oh, you just bought the company?
Yeah.
Okay.
But either way, he freaks people out. Because let's be honest, if a dude shows up at your house, I just moved. If one of the movers would have teardrops, I would have been like,
Get him another job.
I thought he would have been shanking me. I'm sure he's fine, but it's not my job.
I think you should help him out.
260-9870. Let's go ahead and grab the phones here, see what people got to say. Stephanie in Paradise Valley, good morning.
Okay, Chris, just because they're not attractive, at least they're working. Would you rather have these 60-year-old women on welfare and us paying their taxes?
No. Listen. I'm pointing out, I don't think it was right, but I'm pointing out this is what, when they're coming by and they're like, anybody want a drink? Anybody want a drink?
You know what? Maybe they're lonely. Maybe they don't have family, and this is their way of getting out.
That is totally fine, and that's totally fine. But all I'm saying is this, is that if I own the casino and I'm trying to have a specific image represented, and that doesn't fit in the image, they have every right.
Don't hire them to begin with, because that's wrongful termination. If they're doing their job, that's wrongful termination. If you don't want someone of age to do that, don't hire them to begin with.
Okay. Well, I'm sure it's the way that they look, more than likely. But let me throw this scenario out. Like, there's certain restaurants out there that have no facial hair policies.
Yeah, but that's because their stuff is going to get in the food. Yes, it is. I worked within a restaurant for a long time. You have to have everything pulled back.
Or no piercings.
But that's when they're hired. If it's specified when they're hired, you can't. And the thing is, have you ever flown? Some of those flight attendants are not attractive. A lot of the men have men preference. They're very out of the closet.
But they're not wearing skimpy uniforms. They're not wearing skimpy uniforms.
But some of them aren't attractive. Some of them are very overweight, and some of them are very flamboyant, but they're working.
But, and the airline clearly does not have a certain image that they're trying to represent.
So you're saying...
I can kind of see your point. My thing is, God love them, at least they're out there working and we're not paying their bills rather than sitting on home collecting welfare. That's my thing. At least they're trying to work.
I agree with that. No, I'll give you that. Absolutely, Stephanie. And like I said, I don't think that it was right. I just think that they had the right to do it. You know what I mean? It's their business. And thank you, Stephanie, for calling in, by the way. Here's the issue I have with people that are crying out about this. Just so you know, there is not an employer out there that started his business because he just really wanted to help you pay your bills.
No,
he started it to make money, or she started it to make money, and that's the reason they started it. They didn't go, gosh, I really want to invent a way to help people pay bills.
No, but guess what, though? Your business cannot be successful without the help of all the other employees. So if they're doing a good job and all of a sudden
what if it can be more successful if you change up the image?
You have to at least find those people that have put in their time and work with them. I think that's the right thing to do.
All right. 260-9870. Nastiness coming out of New Jersey. Very nasty, nasty, ugly stuff. Ugly stuff. 15 women being fired from a casino because they don't fit into the little flapper-style uniforms. They're not meeting company requirements. They worked here for 33 years, but you're canned.
Awful.
Horrible. But the casino had every right. Mike, go ahead.
Well, I just think that the company should be required to show how it makes a difference if somebody's looks affects their job performance. If they are, then that's a fair thing to do. But if they didn't communicate that when they first hired them, then they can't be expected to uphold those standards at that time when they did that to them.
So what do you mean? So you just call everybody in and let everybody know this is, the better the outfit, the sexier the lady?
Here's the thing. When you sign on for a job, there is always... I've never had a job where they do not say something about you having to represent that company in a positive manner. Never have I had a job where that wasn't one of the stipulations.
Manners are much different than clothing.
In a manner, not manners. In a manner, right? Okay. So that's the situation. And even with that, you're telling me that having a hot girl going, hey, drinks, or an old one going, you want a Coke? 98.7 The Peak. It's all about variety. Chris and Amy in the morning, 1 minute after 8 o'clock, and Chris Parker along with Joe Hawkins sitting in for Amy today. We had thrown out the story about all these waitresses that were fired in Atlantic City because they didn't meet the new uniform requirements.
Stupid Jersey.
Well, but, it is what it is, right? And I said that, the casino has every right to fire them. And of course, people would say, oh, no, they don't, because that's not... They were already hired. Everybody's got their own opinion. Some of the text messages?
Text messages. One of them says, some casinos call their cocktail servers entertainers, so they can hire based on looks. Do you really want Grandma in a toga asking if you want a refill? That's one of them.
Nope, I don't. Thanks, Smart, for that one.
Apparently, they side with you. They shouldn't fire them. They should at least move them to a different department, which is what I said for sure.
Thank you, Misha. And
then we have another one that says, no 70-year-old grandmas in Daisy Dukes at the casino.
Daisy Dukes! Oh, Daisy Dukes!
That's pretty good.
Get over here, baby.
You'd still buy cocktails.
Give Grandpa some sugar.
Oh, not funny.
There we go.
Ew.